Coach, you look at those final minutes, you have so much going on, whether it's Lamar defensively or, Evan if it's Tippin or Darius just being ridiculous in that fourth quarter. When you think about how you guys won this game, what sticks out to you most?
The contribution from everybody. We were kind of struggling through the game. We'd find advantages, lose advantages, and then obviously going into that fourth quarter being down. We felt like we needed to try to find a group that could just grit it out. So we put the guys out there, that are best defenders and, leave them out there with Darius and hope that, we can get enough stops and then he can control the offense for us. I think that's what happened tonight.
First 40 plus point now game for Darius. 21 of those came in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter should be his favorite moment to shine. He gets a pop and a step when he starts making those shots. What did you see about the responsibility he took to the
he made the defense, have to adjust multiple times. They tried a bunch of different things to stop him. They tried to trap him. They switched on him. They put bigger bodies on him. And, he figured out a way to get it done. And we needed every single bucket, especially in that fourth quarter where we were down to start. We needed to find some momentum. And, the defensive end got us going, but we were going to need something to get us over the hump. And he understood that. He was prime for that moment, and he carried us home.
And then we talked about Evan pregame and, him at the five. And I think you're asked about, Darius throwing lobs to him if they could replicate it. They replicated it pretty quickly. Yeah. What did you think about his performance that?
I thought he was really good. And I thought he was, really good early in the game. He was, offensively versatile. He was all over the floor. It wasn't just the lobs. He was playing face-up basketball. He was posting guys up. He was hitting offensive glass. And then he did what he does defensively, protecting that paint, challenging shots. When he got the ball, when they started to trap Darius, now he became a facilitator. So, I think he played a complete game.
Joe G.
Joe G, because I kind of coach, what can you say about Lamar Stevens, a guy who hasn't been in the rotation a lot lately, but came up with some big plays, especially on the defensive end late?
He is the originator of the junkyard dog. And, we need that from him. We need in moments a guy who can spark us. And, the spark isn't always going to be a shot or, an offensive play. Sometimes the spark is going to be, a gritty play that galvanizes the group. And that's what Lamar does. And, he did it tonight. And we needed every bit of it.
And you mentioned junkyard dog. I got to ask who won it tonight?
Lamar did. It was easy for us.
That is perfect. One quick question about the game strategy. Darius, with about 34 seconds to go, went right to the rim on the second last possession. Was that a purposeful thing? Kind of a 2-for-1 thing at the end?
Yeah, we wanted to go early. We wanted to make sure that we saved our timeout. But again, Darius in the full court going, full speed is very difficult to guard. So we wanted to put him in position where he could get the ball going towards the basket in space, especially at that point because they were trapping him. So we didn't want to give him an opportunity to trap him, let him use his quickness to his advantage.
Thank you.
Kelsey Russo, The Athletic. JB, how have you seen Darius be able to, start off games where he's facilitating a lot, finding guys, and then later as the game progresses, find his shots even more? Because he had 31 points in the second half, but was dishing out a lot of assists in the first half. How do you see them sort of understanding what the game's calling for in that aspect?
I think he's given us what we need in the moment. He sets up teams so that he can have big fourth quarters. He sets up his teammates early so they can have confidence and play with belief, during the game. So when the fourth quarter happens and they start to trap him or try to take the ball out of his hands, it's not just a bunch of guys who've been standing around all night. They've been a part of the offense. So he understands that. He's playing the games within the game now.
And just kind of a more holistic question about him, but as the season has gone on and up to this point, especially as he's, dealt with this back injury, how have you just seen him continue to grow in the way that he is just leading your offense, like, facilitating, finding those guys and everything, and just sort of the jump that he's made even more so as the season's gone on?
I mean, he's become a dominant force. And, you have to game plan for him, and then you have to have a backup for your game plan. And he knows how to, that's the biggest jump, is the understanding of what the defense is doing and how to make it pay. When you're an elite player, you force people to make adjustments to you. And I think Darius is continuing to do that.
Thank you.
Marla.
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Yeah, JB, some like elite players, they need to time to size up the game. Is that becoming part of Darius's, game now?
I think, going into it, he's got a great idea because of the preparation and the time that he puts into the game and studying. So he knows what the defense is doing, but I think it's more about him setting the game up than, them trying to, letting them take the first step. He's orchestrating and he's manipulating the defense to make it do what he wants it to do as the game progresses.
He won't be upset with Lamar getting the junkyard dog?
No, he was pretty tonight.
Anything else? It's Joe.
Oh, yeah, one more thing, Coach, I'm sorry. Just wanted to ask about Lowry, the way he set the tone in the first half on the offensive end. That's another strong game for him, shooting the ball.
Yeah, no, I think, Lowry is very comfortable at that 4 spot. He knows where to get his shots. He knows where to use his size and advantage versus switches and those types of things. But he was aggressive and